because
Yes, you would.
tentacles.
Because tentacles.
Because tentacles.
You guys, do you know?
Yeah.
I asked the question and didn't think. Maybe a displacer beast. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute.
I like
And
that.
also ferocious and disappears when you most want to speak to it.
When you most need to speak them.
Matt, think fast.
Oh, yes.
What's your answer?
Succubus.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh,
that would be
yeah,
a
that
very,
checks.
very good one. Hey, everybody. We brought the traps. Hope you brought the thirst. We're talking hot monsters today.
Oh, my.
Hey, everybody. So we're down in Evan. We decided to let him go on a much, much deserved vacation. So he's off, hopefully eating and drinking delicious things in the great state of Florida, I believe. But the good part.
Yes, Miami.
Meanwhile, Fitz also hopped on a plane, journeyed to Chicago. I'm so jealous of both of you right now.
Yeah.
You had a choice. You could come if you wished.
I should have done that. I think it's the fact that I was just in Chicago.
That's true. Just in this room. But here's Fitz.
Yeah, you're in my bedroom, Fitz. Oh, we got the sound effect.
And this is Matt.
Hi, everybody. That's me.
You should have given yourself a more kind sound, but okay. That's somehow worse.
No, we don't like that. Oh, what is that?
It's just getting worse. Okay, we're going to go with the record scratch.
Yay!
And I'm AK. I'm afraid to know what sound I might get.
You get applause.
We have in the chat today, Fire Drake made it first, followed by our overlord DT. Nemo says, interesting topic today. We agree.
Come on.
Daniel Grace is here. Disastrous Goth is here. I saw that we have both spores.
Yes.
Gotta catch them all.
Seth
is here. I saw Nate Beerus. Nate's here. Kai's here.
Nate is here.
Austin's
Nate, I will
here.
call
Javelin
you today, my friend.
Open World Addict says, what's going on here? We don't ever know. Dreamweaver.
And another Ryan.
I know.
Okay.
Just another.
Another Ryan.
Another Ryan.
And another Ryan. We got spores. They're multiplying. That might come into play a little bit later in this here episode at Fitzy's request.
Yes.
Spores of a sort. Good to have you all here, and those of you who are watching later. Yeah, we've just decided to be as feral as possible here on these Pocket Dimension Lives, if y'all haven't noticed, and just get weird. Do y'all feel like
that's what we do best?
10%, 30% weirder?
10% is the baseline now.
Yeah,
I feel like, we got to reach for at least
the stars.
69%.
10% is now the regular Oreo, and we can do at least double stuff, as we all know.
Double stuff of weird.
Before we dive in, though, to our hot or not topic, which we're very excited about, and we want the chat. Y'all get to vote with us.
Yes, of course.
But Fitz, why are you in Chicago?
Oh, because, first priority was to see him.
Sure, yes.
Yeah, and then second priority was to see Drew and my cousin. And third priority, maybe potentially, I don't know. It was just like a whim. We went to the Critical Role live show last night.
Oh, right, that thing.
That thing. Yeah, we were walking by the arena and thought, oh, this looks like a bunch of nerds. Why don't we just hop in?
It's funny that you say that, though, because that's what would have happened to me. I had no idea. You've told me why, that you were coming to see them. Just gone. Not even in my mind. Nothing. Lizzie kept asking me, But is there like a show that she's? I was like, I don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
Wow.
I just wanted to eat some Luminati's and then go home. That's it.
Sometimes that's worth it.
Honestly, yes.
Yes.
Oh boy.
I know. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Well,
Nathan.
but you
69% double stuff weirder.
Yes. Double stuff.
But did you have fun at the show? That is definitely not the reason you're in Chicago.
Yes. I
Tell us everything.
Yeah.
Break all the NDAs.
I don't want to be a. I don't want to be
Don't do that.
a dick and like give spoilers. But I will say that I have been to. We've all been to D&D shows in the past, live shows.
Yeah.
And their downfall is. You haven't.
I haven't.
Well, you went to the one with Abria at
yes.
MagicCon.
Yeah, I have. I did see it.
You went to the Purple Worm though one, although that was shorter.
About to say, that was only an hour. I don't know that count that. That was, kind of like just a con exhibition, hour-long game.
Fair.
I haven't won,
Yeah.
No offense to that group who is fantastic and amazing, and I laughed a lot at that show, but I don't know that I count that. Yeah.
Show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what I've learned is that a D&D live show is kind of a... I don't want to compare it to like a timeshare sales thing, but you are like kind of trapped for a long time. And when I watch D&D, when I watch an actual play or listen to a podcast, I like to move. I like to get up. I like to go get my hobby refresher from the fridge. I want to, pause and go to the bathroom. I want to go take a stomp or whatever. Like I can't and listen to the whole 4 hours of it.
Yeah.
And so the PAX U show that I went to, it was fun, but kind of painful to just be trapped there for that long. And I will say last night, the format was a little different and I didn't feel trapped.
Okay.
There's a big pro to the Critical Role show. We gave ourselves the permission to leave at the intermission, and we didn't. So
and you didn't.
That's my glowing review without spoilers.
Okay.
Yeah.
It held Fitz's rapt attention for the full duration. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we can't wait.
Can't
wait to watch it.
Yeah, I have no idea when they're going to air it, but it was fun. It was fun. Definitely watch it when it comes out.
Amazing. And then, of course, the other big Critical Role news this week, not really Critical Role, but Darrington Press, is the Blunder from Down Under.
Which is the funniest headline. The Blunder from Down Under.
The Blunder Down Under.
And I loved the little ribbit art they had with it where he underneath it just said whelp and he's holding a little Australian flag.
Throw another duality dice on the Bobby.
But just like not knowing that Critical Role was here, even though I was told and I forgot, what actually happened and what was gleaned, if anything?
I mean, I don't know that we know why they left the warehouse early, but the Daggerheart official books made it to Australia and got to the warehouse, and then
shipped.
Instead of being held at the warehouse until May 20th, they just got shipped.
Went ahead and set them on. So there were a couple days worth of speculation, and as of last night, I think I saw that Darrington Press made some official, basically saying, we're sorry, please keep it under wraps.
Yeah.
Go ahead and play it as a home game, start planning your campaigns and things like that. But if you could just not post content about it, that'd be great. And I mean, honestly, I hope
they do.
I hope that this community honors all of the love and creativity and hard work that went into it. And, if I see a stream, I personally wouldn't tune into it. And would probably judge that creator a little bit for doing that. Because it seems like an honest mistake. And,
I would imagine that at least creators know better and wouldn't want to get blacklisted or something by doing something by that, because I can't imagine the community would be excited or support someone doing it. What I worry about is the randos on Reddit who start posting pictures of the pages or something.
Sure.
Yep.
So hopefully people will be chill about it.
Yeah, and this was what we discussed in our Discord, at least, with our couple of Australian friends, that was it a matter of how different countries write dates. Could be. That was one speculation. So
yeah, that still seems like potentially early for them to ship it out, though.
Time.
Like May 4th.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Oh, and Disastrous Goth says you can already find it. Do not search.
Just don't engage with it. Just don't engage with it. You know, either if you do see it, like vote it down, mark a spoiler, or report the person, but like just don't engage.
Yeah. And Nate said, to be fair, accidental releases do generate a lot of press. Yeah, there's definitely people. We were already talking about it. We were already getting excited to talk about it. And so that was some interesting news. Other interesting Daggerhearty news is, as of this week, we put out our session 0 on Bladebound Saga's channel for the Daggerheart actual play that we're doing with some familiar faces led by Daniel of Bladebound Saga, as well as AJ of that channel, and then myself and our goodest pal Seth, as well as Rachel from the Faint Divinities. So if you guys are hungering for some Daggerheart until we all get the full release in our hands, you could watch that.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry for it.
I'm hungry.
I've been excited to watch it because speaking of hungry, you guys have been talking about it for a while, and I'm excited to watch it. Anyways,
yes.
Segue.
We had so much fun. We'll also have a Daggerheart actual play out on our channel, I believe, starting next week as well with our friend Javelin Entertainment. So we got lots of Daggerheart 1.5 beta goodness for you until we can officially release some things after May 20th, 22nd, whenever the embargo lifts. So yes, we're all thirsty for Daggerheart, but we're all even thirstier for hot-ass monsters.
That's right.
Hot-ass monsters.
Hot-ass monsters.
This is very simple. We did not overthink this one for once in our lives.
No, we did not.
Okay?
I didn't think about it at all.
Nope.
I'm sorry, AK. We put it all on Allison.
Nope. Y'all know that this is my joy, my glee. I love doing this. So I'm not even a little bit mad.
Okay.
I pulled some fantasy monsters for our first edition of Hot or Not. If y'all like this, if we have fun, if we like this.
I know.
We could definitely do it some more. So it's very, very simple. I'm just going to show you some pictures of some fantasy beasts. And Matt and Fitz are going to talk. I might talk too. I have thoughts. And the chat's going to talk. And then we're going to see if we can come to a decision of, are they hot or are they not? But before we do that, I feel, Matt, what is this face you're making?
Well, I miss our DJ already.
Oh, yeah.
Evan is not here, and I was just like, I wonder if I could press a button and something magic can happen, but no, it's not happening. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yes, we just put on some background music, everyone.
Yes.
Everybody sing quietly to yourselves.
Everybody hum quietly. Before we get underway, though, I think that it's probably important for us to all take an oath of Hot or Not judgment.
Okay.
As we get underway. So, Matt and Fitz, please out loud. Please, all of you, especially those of you at work, go ahead and say this out loud as well. Name here,
Fitz.
Matt.
Solemnly swear on my dice and my dignity.
Solemnly swear on my dice, my dick, and my dignity.
Perfect. Going well so far. To judge each monster with honesty and heart.
To judge each monster with honesty and heart.
I shall not kink shame the Balrog.
I shall not kink shame the Balrog.
Nor project my ex onto the Drider.
Nor project my ex on the Drider.
I will not let my past trauma with the Lich sway my vote.
Wow.
I will not let my past trauma. What was it?
With the Lich.
With the Lich.
Sway my vote.
Sway my vote.
I will remember that a gelatinous cube deserves love too.
I will remember that a gelatinous cube deserves love.
Or just love.
Gelatinous cube is allowed to love.
I shall rule fairly.
I shall rule fairly.
Roast as hard as I want to.
Roast as hard as I want to.
And thirst responsibly.
And thirst responsibly. Obviously.
May the hottest monster win.
Amen.
May the hottest monster win.
Here.
Oh, Lich is more problem. Lich is more problem. Lich is more problem.
All right. Daniel Gray says, I shall judge and I shall kink shame. Excellent. All right. So who's ready to play Hot or Not Monster Edition?
Oh, yes.
This guy.
Let's find out our first monster.
Okay. Immediately,
Immediately, yes. Daddy, zaddy.
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to give a not.
Yeah, it's a not.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Explain.
You know, I just think that the tentacles are nice. That's great.
Yes.
But they're they're giving a little Andrew Tate.
Okay.
They think they're more intelligent than they are.
Fitz going hard out of the gate, and I love it. Oh man.
I just think about how much how slimy they seem in BG3. I'm sorry. They just seem cold and unpleasant.
Right.
Like I would make out with a brain beast before the mind flayer, I think.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
those
Mind
tentacles
flayers
could like wrap around. Never mind.
they're just these. It's clammy. They look clammy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really like the chat is going. Hold on. Nemo also says no. But I really like what Dave had to say. If the mind is the ultimate erogenous zone, then something that eats mind is a real boner killer. Okay.
There it is.
There it
Poetry
is.
in motion, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think what I'm hearing is the collective vote for the mind flayer is
Wow. Oh, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Okay.
Please explain.
I went first last time. Matt, you want to explain yourself first?
The gelatinous cube is just pure, like, definitely one of the oldest creatures in D&D existence. One of the most unique ones. And I just imagine, honestly, that before you are burned into nothing, it is a beautiful, what are those things called? A sensory deprivation tank. And you just kind of, it just knows. It just knows. And you just lose everything, right? If it didn't sting, I think it'd be
Okay,
super
so you and
sexy.
Daniel Grace are on the same page here with that, because Daniel says if you could breathe and not be acided in there, it looks comfy.
Yeah. It does.
It probably has a nice bounce. It jiggles when it moves, which is always hot. I also think that, you know, it's loyal until you're dead, right? Like you'll always be together.
Yeah.
And there's something to be said for that.
Yeah.
You know?
It's loyal until you're dead.
Yeah. And love to watch them slime away because they jiggle on down the road.
Oh boy. And we're seeing some love for disastrous goth in the waterbed.
I hate that you have to go, but I love to see
You walk, jiggle away.
I love to see you jiggle.
I mean, okay, even though it would kind of sting, it's like a giant Jello cube, and I would just love to give it a little, like, pat. You know, like, watch it bounce.
Yes.
Yeah.
And think of the amount of foursomes.
All consensual.
Fivesomes that you
I
can
mean,
all
the
consensual.
longer that this cube lives, the more consensually acidic
and see,
jiggly relationships it brings into your life.
y'all are going a lot harder at this than I thought, because I was thinking about this from a perspective of like not necessarily allowing the gelatinous cube to consume me as part of the ritual, but rather let it consume other hot things, thereby making it hotter and hotter.
Oh, so like you almost want to be like the queen of this gelatinous cube relationship.
Yes.
And allow it to be like a magpie bringing you sparkling things.
Bringing me shinies.
Its love language is gifts.
So what would you do? Like line up Pedro Pascal.
Who are those actors I could ever tell?
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Sure.
And what was the other one that I don't know?
Ryan Reynolds. Sure.
Brad Pitt,
You just line them up.
Y'all aren't saying any. Well, Pedro's one of mine. You got to say one of mine.
I know.
Leo
Pedro's
and
one of-
Brad
I
don't
couldn't
do it for me.
I know.
Let's get like John Krasinski and Jason Segel in there.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
Sure.
Just line those dudes up and then just
let them go to town.
Mike says cube mommy. Exactly. That's
Cube
I was
mommy.
trying not to say that out loud, but that's basically what I was. Dominate monster. Yeah, I want to be
Dominate monster.
Yeah.
I love cube mommy though. That's great.
That was the relationship that I was thinking about having with the gelatinous cube when I put this.
I love it. You know, it's just expressing that its love language is gift.
yes. Yes.
Boy. Oh boy. And then DT does what DT does. I cast gelatinous emulsion.
There it is.
Someone called it spicy jello, and I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neurospicy jello.
Neurospicy
Elliot.
jello.
Elliot says that. Wait, you like them for their personality? Yes, disastrous goth, I do. That is how I roll. Thank you very much.
Because they're filled with persons.
Yeah.
Humor is hot.
I like Elliot Canada, what they said. AK, when it comes to the gelato cube, the beauty is within.
Yes. Yes. I think we're saying so much about our personalities in this debate. All right, so you guys both are standing by your hotness vote?
Yes.
It's okay to like, I'll leave this up to y'all. Y'all can talk about it and then vote, or you can do what you've been doing where you just like immediately
I think it's
I like a
hot
spicy hot take. Yeah,
so-
I like a hot take.
and then defend. All right, but we're
I
not
will
we're
keep
not
score
changing.
now, just because I'm curious.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we've got one not and one hot.
All right. So in the not category, we had Mind Flayer.
Flayer.
And in the hot category, we've got Gelatinous Cube.
Daniel, to this I say porque no los dos. Gelatinous cube is probably one of the most useful things to have as a pet subservient thing, not as a romance.
Look, AK, you can be its dom. That's fine. That's a legitimate relationship to have.
Yes.
Amazing. Thank you guys for going there with me on all of these things. All right, so we are giving our gelatinous cube a hot. Y'all ready to find out what's next?
Yeah?
Ready.
Lich, please.
Oh, this one's tough. Okay.
This one is tough. And this was actually when I wrote the oath. This was why, because I've been killed by a lich, and so like I don't know that I can. You know, I think I have to hold all liches accountable for. Our first split. What?
Welcome to the bone zone. That might sway that right there might sway my answer.
Flip it. You just flipped it so hard.
Oh my god.
That's close to switch it.
Kevin, not much for looks, but imagine centuries of experience.
That's what it was for me. That's what it was, Jake Kevin. That's
Please discuss.
exactly what it was.
Okay. Yeah. Discuss. Tell
I was just thinking, like, I've seen a lot of horror movies, and there's a lot of, I was thinking about that kind of like period where, there's like a figure in the darkness, a head silhouetted, and you're like, wow, that is a hot ass person. And as they come into the light, their face is all, but they're still hot. And I'm like, scantily clad liches, super powerful. They have all the spells. They know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
And the years and years and years of.
I feel like you and Daniel are very in line here.
I think maybe so.
Liches is the first that's a maybe for me because I'm wildly attracted to skill and
Right.
competence.
There it is. Me too.
Yes. Very well made point.
I did not crush on Winona Ryder when I was little. For that reason. Like all of my kin.
Ryan says confidence is nice, but the smell. And I love that Open World Addict just says endless nope.
But hold on though,
Endless.
another Ryan, because like the thing there though, after centuries, wouldn't they, have a whole regimen of like dry shampoo and some kind of something? They might not smell.
I guess it depends on what level of decay they're in when you're in the relationship with them. Like if they're just full skeletonized, then it doesn't matter so much. The smell wouldn't be there.
Whoa, Nemo.
There it is.
Vecna and Vecna Nami.
Okay.
Mimo understood the assignment today.
I think so.
Understood and then given that one of the main reasons that you guys said no to my mind flayer was the moistness, Dave, I'm not understanding this comment.
Okay, I'm gonna bounce off of Dave here. All right,
okay.
Because there's a couple things going for me here. Too dry. Also, I like someone with a little bit of meat on their bones, and this guy's got nothing left.
That's
That's no
good.
meat on the bones, as we learned with the gelatinous cube, like that jiggle. Now, here's the other thing: Liches are notoriously selfish.
Yes,
and I just don't need a selfish lover. I want a giver.
Yes, I agree with you.
They're living out of selfishness and spite.
Yeah.
And I don't need that energy in my life. I want some positive vibes. Plus, we all know the tragedy. If we're looking at them in a good light, say they're accidentally a lich for some reason, like what's his face?
Yeah. Right. Exithander.
Yeah. Say for some reason. Exactly, you gotta keep moisturized, DT. You have to. It's so important as you age to moisturize.
Not moisturized in their own lane. Okay,
have to, as
they're
you
dry
age.
and in my lane.
Undry, undead in my lane.
In my lane, and I didn't consent to that.
Yes.
But let's say, for example, you are a lich who is accidentally a lich, right? There is nothing more tragic to me than the storyline of one character who is going to live a really long time, not even infinite, but like an elf or something who falls in love with a human.
Right.
There's something so tragic about that, and it just paints the relationship with a little bit of sadness. So not only do we have that, because unless I lichify myself, which I could do, but I don't know that I want to, then, there's like some sad taint on the relationship. Also, I like the jiggle, and I need a giver, not a selfish lover. Thank you.
The lion, the witch, and the audacity of this lich. DT on fire, as per usual.
Oh, man.
Raisin's gonna be yummy.
I think while I think that Matt and Daniel made some excellent points about knowledge is hot. I think I'm with Fitz on the selfish lover aspect of the lich. I think so. With 2 out of 3 here and a pretty split crowd, I think this one gets a knot.
Okay. Yes, Fire Drake. They probably do have a pretty sad taint.
Yeah, as soon as you said that, I knew that there was going to be at least one of those jokes being made. I thought about putting in the Drider from specifically the Drider from BG3 on this one because he is very hot. But I went Forgotten Realms.
No hesitation.
No hesitation.
Yeah, come on. Everybody's on board with this.
Everybody's on board. Please discuss the Drider.
Fitz.
I mean, first of all, I know people have like the arachnophobia thing going on, and like that's nice. But at their basis, that's nice for them.
Nice.
But people misunderstand the best part about spiders, which is that they're protectors of a space, right? They're gonna eat the flies, all the other things, and like your zone is gonna be clean and perfect. Not only that, the crafting. The webs that these guys can craft are so great. I mean, think of all the doilies and things that your house is going to have. It's going to be amazing.
Is what you're saying many legs make light work?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Then, as we all know, half human anything is just baseline hot. Fawns, centaurs, Driders. I don't know what it is about us, but we love a half human.
Disastrous gods. That's just too much to unpack there.
Get her a therapist.
Look, I love arts and crafts.
Just in case anybody is new to the Pocket Dimension and watching this, this is our therapy.
This is our therapy. Exactly.
I mean, we also have therapists too. Let's be clear about that. That we take our mental health very seriously around here. But this is the therapy, you guys.
Yeah.
We are healing. We are
We
are trauma bonding and healing and closing wounds here together today. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, Mike is correct. Spider silk compressive suit. Think of all of the things that you can do with webbing, dirty and not dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Drider.
Oh, disaster! I was not even referring to you, lads. I was referring to the Drider. I think for maybe the mommy issues.
Okay. See, Dreamweaver is correct. Weavers are the greatest lovers. The dexterity, the attention to detail.
Dexterity. So what we've learned a lot about Fitz here today. No selfish lovers.
Yes.
Dexterity is key.
And Daniel is correct. Jiggle, jiggle. That ass. You know that ass, jiggle, jiggle.
You know that. Tap that, and it gives you a little wiggle, wiggle.
That's right.
Can you imagine, like, the what is it, the Aristocats, like that, like, sway?
Yeah.
Yeah, but with the backside of the Drider.
Yeah.
I bet it's good. Matthew?
And I think Driders know they're hot, too, so they're going to have that confidence.
Confidences.
Yeah.
Well, they're they're the kind of sexy evil hot, right? Sexy evil hot. This is not, I know that there are some out there, so I hope this is a safe space, but I definitely have a drow thing.
Oh,
I have a drow
I think
thing.
everybody does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before they were neutral rather than pure evil, some of the earlier D&D artwork, young minds definitely were shaped.
Yeah.
And a Drider is just, I love spiders. I'm just so behind spiders.
Okay.
I mean, that's just it. Two great tastes that taste great together, and I bet they would. I bet they'd be.
A drow is like, because elves, we've been told elves are beautiful forever, right? That they're perfect and blah, blah, blah. But that's boring. Drows are elves with punk rock. And then Drider is a step further. And those are the drows that you're going to meet in a mosh pit.
See?
With a bottle, but they'll have a bottle of water if you get knocked over or pass out or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So we've got hotter. Well, I don't know. Maybe I think drow or Drider, which is hotter? Probably drow.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I don't know, because then that goes against the whole, human on top is hot, humanoid on top is hot bit. Like, does that alone give the Drider the edge?
I wouldn't kick
I'm
any
gonna
of
have to
them.
think about it. Yeah, I wouldn't kick them out.
Kick any of them. Yeah.
Amazing. All right, so it sounds like we're all saying hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sounds like
everybody's
a
saying
unanimous
hot. Come
hot
on.
for the Drider. All right.
Yeah. Thank you
Basilisk.
for playing.
Humanoid on top, party in the back.
Oh, man. Party that jiggles.
I love it.
Basilisk.
Okay.
Okay, Fitz was ready.
Yeah.
Fitzy was ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, a double knot.
Yeah.
Say more.
Snakes. I don't do snakes.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Basilisk has literally nothing I'm into.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that some people might be into snakes in that way, but I can't. The way that they move is a little too creepy. I've got a fear of cottonmouths that was distilled in me at a very young age. I just no.
It's here's the thing. Here's a quick story. One time, Allison was playing in a game with us and contracted lycanthropy from a were-rat. And she was so deeply upset. and I said, "What? Why? There is such thing as a sexy were-rat." And I proved it to her. I went online and I found.
You found yourself in like were-rat fanfic.
Yeah,
there's some sexy were-rats.
Matt was very committed to the bit on that one in terms of like showing me the error of my thinking.
And that's really the way that my brain works in general, you know. And I can pretty much almost, you know this, I can pretty much almost think of anything as being sexy.
Yes.
Basilisk, I just can't close my eyes and think sexy Basilisk. It just doesn't, the parts don't come together for me.
No, it also talking again about like a giver or a selfish lover. Basilisks are selfish, and then they turn you to stone.
Yeah,
like they petrify you, and that just like doesn't feel like consensual.
That actually was going to be my argument against, because eye contact is key. It's important. It's hot, and you could never.
You could never.
Right?
You could never. You are so right, AK. Eye contact is necessary.
In that moment, you want that connection, and you can never have it. But like, would that temptation drive you a little crazy? And could that be hot? I don't know. I don't know. But
I do like what Jake says though. I like that y'all are slightly disappointed that Basilisks are not like you could have hurt their feelings.
Honestly, yeah. Like I am a little disappointed, but like they're just not hot.
I want to be able to think sexy Basilisk. Sexy Basilisk.
Matt is so upset because Matt really can think everything is sexy. Look at the sexy new pin I got. Look at these sexy socks. Yeah. Allison, be a sexy were-rat, but he can't make the Basilisk. We have found his kryptonite. Wow.
Yeah, nope.
Wow.
No.
Okay, so Basilisk going pretty hard on the Not train.
Yeah. Yep. Sorry, Baz.
Oh,
come on. And see, and you did.
Banshee.
So that's, this is a perfect example, AK, of like, maybe you don't have the imagination to come up with a sexy Banshee, but AK brought A game on this slide. Oh, yeah. That's exactly what I would think. She's a screamer.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
She's a screamer.
There it is.
And her whole thing is she wants to lure you to her. Yeah. Like she needs you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And it's nice to be needed.
Yes.
Which is the problem with the Lich, right? Like they don't
really need you.
Yeah.
So I will say that this is kind of what I was thinking about. This image, in fact, I think that if you were a Lich and with the right, skincare, you could probably look as hot as this Banshee.
But I think that the difference between a Lich and a Banshee is that eventually that Lich is gonna lose its meat and skin. I think a Banshee is gonna at least retain something.
It might, yeah.
Yeah.
But still, like, this doesn't turn me off, is what I'm saying. The undead vibe.
So it's not the undead that's the hot or not. It's like the specific level of undead. It's the specific flavor.
Undead. That's my no.
See, okay. And then Lauren says, Banshees are also entirely vapid because ethereal. I wouldn't mind that actually. I mean, have you seen the movie Ghost? It gets sexy up in there.
It does.
Yeah.
I mean, if you bring a pottery wheel into this situation.
Austin, if I'm a die for simping a monster, it's gonna be a Banshee.
That's the right take. That is absolutely the right take.
That is the correct take.
Yeah. And especially if it's like a Banshee, like looking at this art and like some of the other like cliches about them. Yeah. A lot of times they're like women spurned, right? So like you can show them love.
Yes.
You can help them heal. You can fix them. What I'm saying is I can fix her.
I can fix her. And that's the best way to start a relationship. Every time.
Yeah, every time. That's the best way to start a relationship.
It's nice to be wanted and needed, and they'll be so vocal in their pleasure.
That's right.
Oh, man. Y'all are surprised. I shouldn't be surprised. I know you by now, but like the depths to which, I've already had some surprises on this one, and the depth of love for the Banshee is pure and also surprising. All right, Daniel, don't rain on our parade though. Okay, let us imagine the form of the Banshee we'd like. Meanwhile,
I like what Jake said. Yes. Yeah. Now this is how we can make my cleric actually want to use turn undead. Because it is the most useless thing. And this is.
I cast turnt.
I cast turnt undead. I want them all to be my friends now. Friends and lovers.
All right. Yeah. So it sounds like we have a solid agreement on the hotness of the Banshee. 100%. Man, we are taking away so much information about ourselves and one another today. Is cuteness hot? I think so. Oh, okay. I put this one on specifically for you, Fitzy.
Interesting.
Oh.
And we have a split jury. Okay. Please discuss.
Okay, so I'll just say, yes, those two comments from another Ryan and Dave Travick, that's exactly where my mind went. So it is tough, but fluffy,
Fluffy. It's a hell yes for me.
But then the beak would be challenging.
The beak would be challenging.
So, but we make it do. We make it work.
Yeah.
See, when I look at Owlbear, and this is maybe my toxic druid showing, I see pet. I don't see.
Okay.
Yeah, I see pet. I see something that I want to scritch and give treats.
Listen. If I'm the cube mommy, you telling me you don't want to be the fluff mommy?
Not in that way. I look at the owlbear and I say, that is a cutie pie that I want to name Theobald and give him snacks until he's a little chunky, and then we're going to take a lot of walks together, and he gets all the scritches for being the bestest boy. So
see, I think that like cuddly is like one of the hottest traits out there. Like this is a like solid 10, like top of the hot pile for me.
Yeah,
this is your jam.
This is it.
This is it.
This is it. I will say too, though, what's nice about the owlbear is that it's fluffy and it's got a nice heft to them. But because they have feathers instead of fur, they preen.
See,
so they're probably very clean.
Scritches and treats sounds like a great relationship to me. I could not agree more. Fitz, you're surprising me on that. Your take is truly shocking to me on this today.
Sorry, okay. I see it as a pet, and not not that kind of pet.
That's fair. Open world also kind of agrees. Is the owlbear cub, which definitely would be one of the best pets. I mean, I basically have an owlbear. In my house.
Yeah,
you do.
If he had a beak.
Yeah.
So we love bears. This is just a bear with more wisdom. We've already talked about how like skills and competency are hot.
Yeah.
You're all just convincing me more and more that this belongs on the hot list.
Then I guess it gets the hot list.
I'm okay with being the odd person out in this one.
It's okay.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm just gonna have to say.
Look at your body language right now. Can I just say that you both got so squinched in this moment?
You know what? Okay. I think I have my choice.
Wow. Shock. What? Okay, not.
Yeah.
Okay, please speak.
Go first.
To me, basically, the Xenomorph is the, another Milieu's version of the
Mind Flayer.
Mind Flayer.
Yeah, and I will say that here's where I was split. Not for me, not my taste, because similar to the Mind Flayer thing. However, I think that a Xenomorph is the ultimate club hottie. Right? Like, this is the bitch at the rave who could have their pick of anybody. Put a little pleather on that bitch, and she can do anything, you know?
Or can we pretend it's like the 2010s when like bitches be wearing blazers to clubs?
That is not a bad point.
Business casual. No, we're talking like full. We're talking like some Erika Ishii club outfits.
That is not a bad point, Fizz.
Yeah, like not for me.
Yes, exactly. Not my type. Why do we have to? Why do we have to be the ones having sex with these things?
Right, exactly.
It could be someone's style.
You know what? I don't want to be with her. I want to be her.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's fair.
I want to take this one to the chat because I feel fairly like I'm on the no. Matt already voted no.
Yeah.
Fitz has made a really compelling argument. I'd like to see. So, chat, just give us. I'm not going to try and put up a poll. Just give us a yes or a no.
Yeah,
and we'll just do a quick little straw poll that way to see. Okay, so we've got.
This was maybe the toughest one for me. Gotta say.
Yep.
I can see the leather. I can see the dancing.
Yeah.
I can see this.
Hot to look at, but hard no for a relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. This is not the girl you want to take home to your family.
Yeah, no. This
is Manic pixie dream girl. You know, she's smoking cloves out in the alley at 3 a.m. You don't need that energy.
All right, I'm seeing more no's than yeses. I see a couple. Kelly gave it a hot. Jake says hot but not sexy. I feel like we're gonna have to unpack that a little bit.
Mike, put Mike's comment up. Yes, Mike, you nailed it. You nailed it.
Oh my god. That is. Well, I mean that does kind of describe Margot Robbie in the movie Wall Street. Like she's obviously hot.
Yeah.
I would never.
No.
I would.
You don't want to touch that problem with a 10-foot pole.
I'm not interested in any way.
But you see it, you respect the game.
Hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so I think this one's going in the no pile, but a really
It
fascinating.
did make the no
all
pile, but
yeah.
Maybe,
and I'm okay with that.
Maybe my favorite discussions, and they've all been great. But I've no disappointments, no regrets on today.
And I'm okay with it being in the not because it's not for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
May I take
different? Please, because I'm confused as well, and I would love to hear.
Yes. It. Okay. Yes. Yes, Kai. To speak to that, for me, hot is a little bit more objective, possibly, right? Meaning, I can find lots of things hot. To me, sexy becomes more personal. It is. Here's something like a kaiju that is hot. And then, but do I move from beautiful, hot, and then go, nice, sexy. You know what I mean?
Sexy can be internal and external, and
Absolutely.
I feel like hot is only external.
That's a better way of putting it. I like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can be sexy. You can have a sexy soul.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And everybody can be sexy.
Yeah.
Every single person, whether they are comfortable with themselves. But see, that's the other thing. If they're sexy, they are comfortable with themselves.
I like Jake's. Hot is a primal force of aesthetics. Sexy, I want to have sex with that.
Yes. There it is. That's what I was trying to get to as well. That's the way I feel about it.
Yeah. Well, as far as kaiju though.
Yeah.
Oh right. Kaiju. That is a very broad world though.
Thank you, DT.
Yes. It is. And some of these I just kind of had to go with what I could.
Because how about Mothra?
Yeah. I'm specifically going with this picture.
You and Kevin are on the same page there, Matt.
I'm going specifically by this picture because if we are going at kaiju as a whole, it's hot and not.
Jake, Kevin, I are on the same brain today for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's tough though. There's so
If
many.
it's a lizard-based kaiju,
Sure.
it's a no.
Gonna eat me or stomp me?
Stomp me,
Both can be
both.
hot.
Step on me. Step on me.
King Kong.
Okay, so
Yes.
so we've got a hot and a not.
King Kong can take me up to any tower, is what I'm saying.
Yes, yeah. Anyways,
Okay.
So for me,
Intrusive thought won't win
it's
on that one.
lizard-based is
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
Non-lizard-based, hot.
Yep.
So I've got a
Okay.
split vote. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So what do we got?
I think I'm hearing not from the chat. I'm voting not.
Okay.
Fitz has voted not, so I think this one's going on the not pile.
We needed more specifics.
That was
yeah.
a little bit. That was.
I'm
a tough one.
sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Matthew,
Come
this is
on
just for
now.
you. Come on. I mean, that like there is no.
I
this
mean, I
one-
literally
okay,
started the
I
show
mean,
with this.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
is there anything to discuss here?
here's my question:
Next
Are you even friends with someone if you haven't referred to at least one of their exes as an incubus or succubus? That's my like friendship measuring.
I don't know that I have.
Oh
What
man.
world? What kind of friends do you have?
Not recently, thankfully, but I feel like around like the college era, that was like, that's how we judge. Oh man, what a
Yeah.
succubus.
What a succubus.
That was the friendship litmus test for me for a while.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like there was no way this one wasn't going to be hot.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I wanted to take everybody's fault.
I've dated a share of succubi. I'm not proud of it.
I feel like I've been a succubus.
Come on. Yeah.
I can be kind of a toxic
There you
girlfriend.
go. That's fine. That's all right.
They are near the bottom on dateability, but hot.
Yeah.
Y'all are bringing it with the comments today. I'm really
know.
impressed by everybody. All right, so this
Everyone
one was
knew
the
the
easiest.
assignment today.
Yeah, easiest, yes, yeah. So I think succubi,
Obviously.
incubi,
Yeah.
obviously going into the hot pile.
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
It could be whatever you want them to be. Come on.
How about a
about
private
I can
dancer?
fix him, Fitz.
Dancer for money.
Yeah, seriously.
You know what?
One nightstand material.
One night stand. Absolutely incredible. Inspiration. Give that man a membership.
Yeah, oh my god. Wow. I've got a take on this though. The mimic. Here's the thing. Like, the mimic whole being, the whole purpose is to be deceitful.
Yes.
I mean, I know you could apply that to most of the things that were the succubus and the incubus.
Yeah.
However, just I've been hurt by lies in the past, and I didn't like it.
doesn't
It
feel
wasn't
good.
hot.
No.
Okay.
No, it doesn't feel good.
That's
And I'm going to yes and that. Not only are they deceitful, but at the very bottom of their hearts, I don't think they know who they are either.
oh damn.
You know?
Wow.
They shapeshift so much.
Yes.
They're like toxic
Okay, we're
people
getting
pleasers.
somewhere.
They're anti-people pleasers to the point where they don't even really know who they are. And you have to know yourself before you can get with this.
Wow.
Yeah.
But Nemo, that tongue though.
I mean, a one night table stand.
One night stand.
One night stand.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
Are you still thinking, AK?
I think we're all pretty unanimous on the note.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna have to add. Sorry, mimics.
Sorry, buddies. Oh. Easy. Come on now.
This is very easy. I
I
mean,
mean, literally.
fire
and
whip.
figuratively.
What else do
Yeah.
you need to know? Like,
Right.
What else do you need to know?
fire
Yeah.
whip me, baby.
That's right.
Yeah. Anybody? Does anybody have anything to say about this, or is it just going straight in the
Feeling
the
hot,
stat?
hot.
Feeling
Absolutely.
hot.
Yeah.
Now.
There's nothing to discuss here.
Wait, tell me.
Self-evident.
Tell us more, Dave. This actually hotly debated in Tolkien circles.
Oh.
Yes, please say more about that.
Say more.
No.
Immediately say more.
Don't say less, say way more than that. That is not enough information.
Purify Gandalf. That's right.
Yeah, that's true. Uh-huh.
They put the Rog in rough. The power dynamic could be a little bit toxic, that's sure.
Well, I mean, again, that could be applied to most, right?
Literally any monster that we've discussed so far, yes.
Yeah, but as Fire Drake says, where there's a whip, there's a way.
Damn.
Kai. I can agree with because it is literally hot.
Yeah.
This one was for you, Kai.
Yes.
Yeah, the game is called Hot or Not.
It is
I am a
literally
very, very literal person, so yes.
I love it.
Are they flame or merely shadow? It's literally a hot or not debate.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh.
So it,
There's
so deep?
absolutely some
So
Lord of the
deep.
Rings smut and
There
fanfic. You know
has
that
to
there a million% is.
Oh.
There's gotta be.
Oh boy.
But is it good?
I'm not going to go find it, but
Okay,
I'm
I
going to
won't.
trust that it's there.
Yeah.
Do not search. Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
I feel like
so-
all Goth has told us today is do not search.
Do not
Do not
search.
search for this. Do not search for this.
Just get off of Google. Go
please.
touch some grass.
Turn off.
Oh, we're
Internet.
Balrog's Freudian thing, symbolic of his deepest desires and need for hot ass whips. All right, so think we're pretty unanimous that this this beastie boy
Ding, ding, ding. hot.
fits. This next one is just for you.
I'm excited to see which one you brought to the table. Okay.
This one, I did want like I was like, what level? But I was like, let's just. So you can make arguments at varying levels if you want to, but this is
this is the one I've been thinking about too because I was like, I don't know
Okay.
which level of infected she's going to bring to the table. Bloater would have been easy. Clicker is tough for me.
Bloater would have been easily on the hot list.
On the not. Well, see, now I'm confused because I'm like, maybe Bloater would have done it. You know what?
Okay.
Gosh, this is tough.
This
Yeah.
is not tough for me at all.
Okay, but think about it.
But think about it.
Because I love mushrooms.
Love a mushroom.
I love mushrooms.
They bring the fun to fungus.
And what if a
Fun
clicker
guy.
had gotten past the whole I just need to eat your brain and stuff?
They just want to
I'm with
spread
Dave
their
on
fun,
this.
Gus.
Who wants
And-
a fungal infection?
No, that's true. Nobody wants a fungal
I do
infection.
not.
That is a very good point there.
Yeah,
buddy,
I'm with
but-
Javelin. Absolute nope. Like this is what did Open World Addict say earlier? Endless no for me.
Mm.
It
Yeah.
is tough.
It's tough.
Especially with the constant mutation factor. Like,
Always changing. You never know what you're gonna get.
wake up in the morning,
Wake up in the morning,
Talk about beer
feeling like P
bottles.
Diddy. I mean, I don't know.
Be real bad.
But you know what? Nature is beautiful.
Yeah, that's true.
One of the only people that Herb follows on Blue Sky is a guy who just posts pictures of mushrooms, and it's gorgeous. So, like, you wake up every morning in front of a beautiful fungal specimen. And they just want to share the love,
Yeah.
Really. They just want to share their fungus with you.
Oh, I mean, I'm gonna, much like Fitz earlier, I am okay being outruled on this one. It's a hard no for me, but with
It's
both of
also-
y'all so convincingly arguing hot, I think this one goes in the hot list.
And unlike some of the other monsters, though, because we talked about the tragedy of, like, the Lich situation, right?
Yes.
This one will still age and die with you.
They would definitely age and die. And thanks to the hive mind, every experience is a multi-way.
That's true. You have friends forever.
Okay.
A community that accepts you and loves you.
Wow. All right. Clicker, put it on the hot list, Maddie.
Will do.
The tribe has
Oh.
spoken.
Nah, I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
No.
Some pretty puny arms.
Yeah,
Skipped arm
skip
day.
arm day.
That's my feedback. That's my honest feedback, you guys.
And again, I think this is another one that falls into a selfish consumer lover category. I don't think they're a giver.
calling you guys out. Oh, so the flower head is where you talk about as opposed to the shroom head. I did put these back to back for a reason.
I accept that. I accept your scorn.
Yeah.
Lauren, I'm just saying that there's a lot more goo.
That too.
There's a lot more goo. There's more blood maybe with a clicker, but there's a whole lot of goo.
Okay, Austin. I mean, I agree with you, but
that as well.
Yeah.
That. I think that they just a Demogorgon wants what it wants and doesn't really want to share.
Yeah.
Share with you.
There it is.
And once they get like really, really riled up, there's no like point where you can talk them back down, which like for me, like I don't think that they would honor a safe word. And that's really important.
100%. I don't think they're safe word honorers and not good conversationalists.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
All right, so we're putting clicker yes, Demogorgon no.
I know it's complicated, and I'm sorry, but
it is what it is.
So that's what sometimes you got to go with your heart.
Oh my God, I've never even heard it this one.
I was wondering if anybody had this one. It's Scottish folklore, so we put this one on in honor of DT. Devil of the Sea. It's a horrifying hybrid of man and horse, often depicted as skinless. And bearing a human torso or rider fused to the horse. It is a terrifying creature associated with the sea, storms, and spread of disease. Also, a lot of the art that I saw, the horse has one eye. So if you're into Cyclops in that.
Wow, this is a real test, though, because did we not say...
I have an argument for what you're
okay with... Yeah, we're okay with half humans. We're okay with flayed things.
Yeah.
Okay, what you got?
But see, for me, here's the difference. I think half humanoids, canonically hot. This, however, is not a half human. This is a horse with a body fused to it. Mm-hmm. 2 heads, not double the fun.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good point.
Yeah.
That is a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You want STIs? This is how you get STIs. Thank you, Fire Train.
Yep.
Honestly, the disease thing got me.
Yeah. The spread of disease. I was like, okay, like not half human, but fused. You know, like sea hot, storms hot, spread of disease.
Not.
So
It's two-faced.
It's two-faced.
And DT is calling it Lich is hot, half human hot. Lich looking as a half horse, not wild.
You know what? That's the line. That's the line.
I think,
you have to be half human, half humanoid, hot. Lich, depending, you could hot or not, right? But when you combine the two, and it's like animal, and like it's got to have one head, all right? It's got to be the human driving the animal part.
Okay.
Yeah, not the animal.
Well, friends, that concludes our hot or not journey.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was beautiful.
Let's talk about our final tally as the chat continues to roast us for the decisions that we didn't make today.
We were
exactly
50-50. Half and half. We were 50-50 hot not.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Yep.
I've already decided that we are absolutely going to be hosting a Hot or Not Cryptid edition soon. That needs to happen. Part 2. Yeah, if y'all slide into our Discord, tell us what editions of Hot or Not you'd like to see.
Yes.
Because this is fun.
Yeah, very fun.
This has been both very enlightening and very confusing. I agree.
I agree. I feel like we've all learned a little bit about ourselves today.
And each other.
And not necessarily good.
Not necessarily things I needed to know about my friends or state of the internet, but here we are.
Here we are. The biggest takeaway I have today is that apparently there's Balrog smut.
Come on, you knew that.
I don't know why I'm surprised. That
is not news.
I'm not surprised. I just had never thought.
It's just something that don't need to enter your brain.
Yeah, I never thought about it, but now that I know that it's there, I feel a little bit different about the internet.
Yeah.
Hot or Not Bug Edition. No, we're not healing the trauma in that way, Austin. No.
Nope.
X card. You already know that.
Nope.
This was revealing, much like the flesh on the Galevi.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Okay, we could have an all kaiju one. That's
yeah,
fair.
I think just
Okay.
to the kaiju lovers, literally and figuratively, I think we need to give that its own
space. You bring up a good point. We should do a lycanthropy. A lycanthropy one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just in the interest of keeping this to thereabouts now, there were a lot of other ones that, I did consider, like vampire, werewolf, kind of like the standard, bins. But I was trying to go kind of
that was great.
Video game pop culture, D&D.
Yeah.
So we have some.
I mean, how would you have known that this would have been such an enormous hit?
How could we have known?
And the internet at large.
I would love to go rural.
Who could have predicted?
Who could
we
predict?
Tapped into something so primal, so important to us, and the love of our lovely community.
But what lycanthropy is not hot? Dreamweaver,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, man, that's right. That's right.
I don't know why I didn't put the beholder on. I think I forgot, Seth.
That was too easy. It's obviously hot because beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Yuck, 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 yuck.
That's why I didn't do it. Sure, we'll go with that. Beholder makes you feel seen, and there is nothing hotter than feeling seen, heard, and understood.
Beholder makes you feel good. Oh, man.
Oh, boy. Yeah, well, this was fun. Evan,
really
we missed you. We hope you're having a grand old time.
Yes.
We do have to do one of these with him because, we only brought up taints once. And I feel like if Evan was here, we would have got a lot more, aggressive reactions to some things.
He would need
Yep. Well, I guess we have to do this all over again. If you had fun today and you haven't already, please slide into our beautiful Discord. Everybody watching now, if you guys could hit like on that video, help other people see our chaos.
Or dislike. If we're hot, hit the like button. If we're not, hit the dislike. I dare you.
Or both.
Do it.
Yes.
That's absolutely perfect. And we're here every single Friday at 12:30 ET.
Yes. And we know what's happening next week, don't we?
We do know what's happening next week. We're going to have a very special guest next week.
Yes, we are.
Maybe play some chaotic geese with our goodest, bestest pal, Kai Salas of Kai Salas Gaming. We like to keep it. I don't know what we like to keep it. We like to keep it feral here.
We like to, mm-hmm.
keep it culty.
Geese are hot.
Fitz, what's for dinner tonight in Chicago?
Yeah. I don't know what's for dinner tonight because we did sushi last night.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And Friday's usually sushi
Friday is sushi day.
I don't know what we're doing tonight.
Okay.
I will say though, Christopher took me to Lula Cafe?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Lord.
I know. Good stuff.
That's
an institution. Yeah.
Y'all, I was not ready to consume anything on that menu.
Jelly.
It was so good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I don't know what's for today.
Andrew Bird took me there for the first time.
Is Lula where we went, Matt, when you and I met for lunch in Chicago all those years ago that kind of kick-started? Because I remember you taking me somewhere and you saying Andrew Bird took me here.
There, yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
It taking me one place that it was.
Okay. Then I actually have been.
I'm not implying that I'm best friends with he was the only person I knew in Chicago. But yes, I love it, and it's
amazing.
It's been delicious.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I would like to know what tonight's food is.
Yes. Hop into our Discord and tell us what you're having for dinner and tune in to see what Fitz has for dinner. We keep it very interesting there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, to be fair, our Hot Pocket Dimension is probably the most active channel in our Discord.
Super spicy.
I can't keep up.
Super duper spicy. All right, friends. Well, y'all have hug each other for me. So Matt give Fitz a hug for me, and Fitz give Matt a hug for me. Oh, so jealous that you guys are sharing space right now. We're hugging all of our pocket pals. Yay, so much fun. You're all hot to me. We'll end it there and see you guys next week. Goodbye.